My name is and I'm MIS MUN's Deputy Secretary General. We are honored today with two great speeches from three speakers. First, we have with us the founders of You Charitable Foundation, an organization that has touched countless lives through its dedicated work in empowering marginalized communities with compassion and love. Ms. Dimple Somji is a passionate social entrepreneur and is the visionary behind this foundation. Her journey is marked by relentless dedication and breaking barriers. For Dimple, there is no glass ceiling, just limitless possibilities. Ms. Nilima Latkat is a devoted advocate for education and empowerment. She believes deeply in bridging the gap between those who have and those who need support. Her life is rooted in the spirit of Seva, which is the foundation of her work. Together, they are instruments of positive change, doing the universe's work here on Earth. Their work continues to inspire and create positive change, embodying the true spirit of giving and social responsibility. Let's warmly welcome them to share their incredible journey with us.
Thank you for your patience. We're just adjusting to the mics. Well, it's an honor to stand before you today to share a journey that's extremely close to our hearts. In 2016, something beautiful began. A vision, a dream, a hope to create a ripple of kindness which would stretch far beyond what we could imagine. And that dream became You Charitable Foundation.
We started small with a simple belief: where there is a need, there will be with love. We have always felt that every act of kindness, no matter how small, can leave an imprint on someone's heart. And with that belief, we embarked on a journey to make difference in the life of those in need, not just in Pune, but across the country.
You know, we had no guidebook, no mentor to show us the way. And social entrepreneurship isn't something you really learn in a classroom or a textbook. I mean, it's great to, get inspired by the words of Mother Teresa, but working in the trenches is a different reality that hits you. No one tells you the days that you're going to go into remote villages. You won't even have a proper bathroom. Their land is going to be barren and the nights are going to be endless. No one prepares you for moments where failure feels inevitable, when exhaustion threatens to overwhelm you, and you wonder whether you even have the strength to keep going. Yet, somehow you do. Because deep down, you know what your intentions are, and you know that your heart is in the right place. It's in those moments of doubt that you realize the true weight of your own privilege.
We all who have so much often find ourselves complaining, while those who have so little greet life with a smile. Their resilience, their joy in the face of hardship becomes the light that pulls us out of our dark moments. It's this quiet strength in the people we serve that reminds us why we started and why we must never give up. What began as a few Seva activities soon blossomed into a movement. Our projects like Books for Cause, Declutter and Donate, Sweet Links, Feed Forward, and the Kindness Marathon became more than just initiatives. They became stories of hope, change, and transformation.
You know, we will never forget, we got awarded the Stop Beggary project at the Global Movement of Design for Change. I don't know if you know about it, but Design for Change is a global movement in 73 countries. And we won this award as an inspiring story of change in the first year of our inception. And that was not just a recognition of the foundation for us, it was more like a testament to the power of compassion and to collective effort.
We thought we had reached our peak, but life had bigger plans. Our work got attention of nearly every major media outlet in the city, a recognition we hadn't imagined.
And today we are honored to have the support of Reliance Foundation, which is a true testament to the impact that we've been making. And just last month, we got the privilege of being awarded by the Commissioner of Pune Police at the Hands of Punekar Awards, and we got this for being a vibrant NGO who's trying to make Pune a happier place to stay. Let's take a quick look at the movie we've prepared for you today.
कुछ पाने की हो आस आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो बार बार, करे दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं, तूफानों को चीर के मंजिलों को छीन ले, आशाएं ले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी, आशाएं ले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी। उड़ जाए लेके खुशी अपने संग तुझको वहाँ, जन्नत से मुलाकात हो, पूरी हो तेरी हर दुआ, आशाएं ले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी, आशाएं ले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी। गुजरे ऐसी हर रात रात हो, ख्वाहिशों से बात बात आशाएं।
We are often asked, what does With Love do? And we kind of pause because there is no boundary to compassion. So we thought it's better to visually show you a glimpse of what we've been doing over the years. Moving on.
Now let's take a step back and think about this, okay? How many kids across the globe are there in the age group of 10 to 24 years? Any guesses?
Across the world.
Across the world.
Anyone? Just random guesses is okay. There are no points for wrong guesses.
Yes, you can give it a try. Okay.
Okay, so the answer is it's 300 million. That's the number of people who need to be guided, but that's also the number of people who can change the future.
So when we started this NGO in 2016, global warming was barely a discussion point.
Yeah.
But in just 8 years, it has become the world's biggest problem. And you may be the last human generation before the world of AI robots takes over. You are not just inheritors of the world, but the builders of tomorrow.
So our mission is to provide dignity, to be the bridge between those who wish to give and those who need a hand to rise. And we do this with a firm belief that compassion has no boundaries. At With Love, we are very grateful for our support, for the support we get from our donors, but our focus is always on empowering the people that we work with at the ground level. The ones who receive have to keep the cycle of kindness going on by doing another good deed for someone else. And even if it's a very small little deed, they can still choose to perform at least one selfless act. We remind them not to just be the hands that receive, but be the hands that give.
On the other side of spectrum, our internship programs allow students and young professionals like you to gain hands-on experience working with these children. Volunteers are the heartbeat of our foundation. It's their hands, hearts, and time that turn our vision into reality. And this is where We see so much hope in all of you, the youth of today.
In fact, now schools are actively engaging with NGOs, giving students the opportunity to step into the field of social work. Through our internship program, students don't just learn about the non-profit sector, they live it. Whether it's through hands-on grassroots work or remote projects, they make a meaningful contribution. Through the dedication of volunteers and support of NGOs, access to quality education is finally becoming a reality for those who could have been left behind. To quote President Obama, yes, we can heal the nation. Yes, we can repair the world. Yes, we can. And you, each of you, you can play your part in it.
I'm sure many of you here are from different countries. So now we are talking. We have grown up connected. In a survey asking people around the world what defines their identity, the most popular answer wasn't nationality or religion. It was citizen of the world.
And that's a really big deal. No country can fight climate change alone, or you cannot prevent pandemics on your own. I think COVID proved it enough. Progress now requires coming together, not just like a city or a nation, but as a global community. And events like MUN are a huge step in that direction, of being one big global community where we learn to collaborate, to listen, and to act together. It teaches us that the world's problems cannot be solved in isolation, and I'm sure you all agree. They require collective action to find solutions that will benefit all of humanity. And in doing so, you are taking part in building a more connected, a more compassionate global society where the issues of one nation are the concerns of us all.
What we have realized over the years is this: being kind is not just a good thing to do. It's a great karma. It's a legacy we all are capable of building. You may start by volunteering a few hours or taking part in a single project, but the ripple effect of your contribution goes far beyond. You touch lives. You become part of their story.
And on that note, we hope you find the courage to make your life a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nirima and Ms. Dimple. We have a few gifts for you.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Ms. Just Johari, who is an entrepreneur, a certified corporate trainer, head of learning in an edtech firm, mentor, and a high achiever. Ms. Johari would be sharing her experiences in the educational field with us today. Without me saying a lot about her, I'd like her to give us an insight about her perspectives and what she does. Over to you.
Thank you. Hi, good morning all. And I do not have a presentation for you. It's going to be more like a conversation, and you all can ask me questions, and we'll just keep it interactive. So first of all, thank you. It's an honor to be here and discuss things with future leaders, policy makers, and change makers of the future. So my journey in the field of education started about 2 decades ago. When I was your age, I also thought of making a change and making a change in the world, creating an impression, and doing something really worthwhile with my life. But I was not sure what I was going to do, but I just knew I had to do something. And 20 years ago, I started an offline, now I have to use the word offline. When I started 20 years ago, there was no word like offline, a center called Jungle Book, where the focus was to provide education or learning beyond the scope of books. Okay, so it was a place where students could come, learn communication, learn empathy, learn how to be individuals, stand for what they believe, look at the world and try and make a change, a positive change in whatever way they could do, right? So give it a very sort of atmosphere where everybody could flourish in an after-school environment, where there was no pressure of academics or scoring grades, etc. And it went up very well. And of course, it was not without its fair share of challenges, but yes, we did all right. This was, remember, before the era of interactive technologies and, shared platforms of learning and so on and so forth. But then, things changed. There came that small virus which changed everything for everybody. And it changed things for me too. There would not be any more students who could come to the center to learn what I wanted to share with them. And that was the time when I discovered the power of internet. And me along with a few other like-minded people created a startup which would actually do what we were doing in person. And that is when I realized the magic, the depth and the reach of technology. Because now I was not limited by geography. I could reach anywhere. And the essence of education is what I found there. And the essence of education, I believe, is democratization of education. It doesn't have to be restricted by boundaries or by your location, but it should be available to all. And that's what I discovered there. Today, this startup of mine works in 28 countries. We reach out to thousands of students. We have teachers from across the globe, and we teach what we taught offline, which is communication skills, the ability to reach out to people, to make a change, young people, to empower them to do that. And of course, a very recent feather in the cap has been that we featured in Shark Tank and got a 3-shark deal, which was really felt great. But yeah, there's something more. Thank you so much. But here, what I want to emphasize is that education has to be more than what you learn at school. Education has to be where you can stay curious, find out what's happening in the world, and always be willing to learn. For me, education you would be really educated if you could learn how to learn. What to learn? Everybody will tell you, hey, you should learn this, you should learn that. But how to learn is the key. If you can master that, you are sorted for life. It doesn't matter if AI is going to take over the world. It doesn't matter. You would still do it. I am 56 years old, okay? It's not very often I tell my age, but here I am telling you that I'm 56 years old. And today, I've learned about AI. I've learned how to use AI to my benefit. And I do not treat it like a threat. I think it's a wonderful thing that's happening to the world. But with caution is that we don't lose our intelligence, our inherent intelligence in the quest for embracing the artificial intelligence. It's an old people joke, but I'm still going to tell you. It's, like how school teaches you, when you're in school, you learn that tomato is a fruit, right? It's a fruit, it's not a vegetable. But wisdom lies in the fact that you do not add tomato to a fruit salad. All right, so that's the crucial difference between between education and wisdom. And unless education and wisdom come hand in hand, it's going to be very difficult. Also, another thing I think we all need to recognize is that we're all different, and we all have different ways we learn, different things that we like and do. So it's not about, like I always say, it's not anymore about how smart are you? How smart are you? Oh, I get, whatever grades, that's smart. I'm that smart. It's no longer about how smart you are, but it is how are you smart? Each one of you has a smart thing going with you. it could be academics, it could be communication, you could be a great empathetic person, you could be an innovator. But that is what you have to recognize as to how are you smart. Once education can help you do that, but you need to introspect, read, open yourself to experiences, and be right there. I don't know how many of you, I'm sure many of you watch podcasts and things like that. So there's one, I think he's popular, maybe you all know better, somebody called Beer Biceps, okay? Everybody watches it, right? So I do that too. And then, you know, his account was hacked recently and everything went away. But the inspiring thing is how he's building it back. So failure is a part of life, and education must teach us how to embrace failure, how to look beyond failure, because failure also teaches you things. But that doesn't mean that you know, Beer Bicep has not shut down his stuff and said, oh my God, everything was all hacked. Hours and hours of my video and podcasts are deleted from the face of the earth. I can't start from zero, but he's doing it. That is inspiring, and that is something all of you could learn. And like I said, be open to learning all the time. You know, there's another podcaster called Raj Shamani. I don't know if anyone has heard about him. So I just picked up a book of his just yesterday, where he says build and then talk less, and the talk less is crossed out by red lines. So build. So when it says build, it means build on your strength, whatever it is. You all have this massive opportunity to change the world, to be innovators. Don't squander it away. I know when I was sitting there many moons ago, people told me the same, and I thought, oh, what does she know? How much pressure do I have? What does she know? What I have to do? I have to write an essay I have to clear this, and what does she know? Saying I have great opportunity. If only she knew what kind of pressures I was dealing with. But I would still say this, use this opportunity, because pressure outside are very different. And like they said before me, that your generation has to deal with challenges which nobody's dealt with before. It is inequality, the world getting a little more, getting more closed, climate change, the way we look at the other because they're different, that we have to grapple with all of that. You have to ensure, you have to work with the world, it becomes a more inclusive space, more empathetic, where we have patience for people who have a different point of view from ours. So those are the kind of challenges that you're grappling with. And I'm sure conferences like this and meetings like this are the ones that empower you to think. So I'm really happy with this effort done by your MUN team to sort of sensitize you to the world that you're going to step forward into. So you're innovators, change makers, leaders, some of you will become diplomats and policy makers and all of that. But do remember 3 key things. Those are the things that I want to leave you with, and not just go on and on, which people my age tend to do. So the 3 things that I want you to know are, to sort of take away from my journey of 2 decades, is number 1, stay curious. Don't ever give in to that, I already know that, I've already heard it. Stay curious to learn new stuff, to explore, whether it's people, whether it's culture, whether it's new books or new ideas. Stay curious, okay? Second thing, develop the power of empathy. Be empathetic, be inclusive, and believe in giving, sharing what you already have. And the last thing is, always be ready to learn, always, and be in that what we call the growth mindset, where every opportunity that comes your way, learn to grow, learn to think about it and say, let me learn this. I don't know if it's going to be useful for me today, it doesn't look like it, but let me still go ahead and learn it. So be in the growth mindset. That's all for today. Thank you all for inviting me.
So yeah, I'm going to give you flowers.
Thank you so much.